hesitation, no doubts.
That's it?
That's it.
I got it. And now a word for Ron and Fez.
Jiggly. How can I be?
Ron and Fez! Hey!
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell. I could have used a little more cowbell. I gotta have more cowbell. You should probably give him more cowbell.
Buddies. Oh, when you hear that cowbell, it is time for the Ron and Fez show. I'm Ron and there's Fez.
Hiya, my buddy.
Fez is already wearing his Buccaneers little uniform in here today, like maybe you're doing some kind of camp I don't know about.
Put me in, coach.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Although, the way I'm looking at the team this year, Fezzy, you could probably make it. But look across the console here at J-Dubs, and J-Dubs has his brand new tattoo. It's the Detroit Lions logo with the term Super Bowl Champs 2005.
You know what? For the world's stupidest tattoo, it looks nice.
It's a good-looking tattoo. I just want to point out that that is permanent, that when you get a tattoo, you can't erase it.
Last night when I was getting the tattoo, he started off with the 5. So there's no going back right when he started it off.
Just put the year right in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Then you're committed.
Smart. El Jefe laughing at you the whole time?
Yeah, basically, he called me an idiot.
The Lions are laughing at you.
Yeah, that's true.
Matt Millen got a chuckle out of this one going, what the hell was he thinking?
What an idiot.
I talked to the media relations person over at the Lions camp, and the guy was laughing the whole time.
Now, we're going up to what, the 40th Super Bowl?
Yeah, this will be 38th.
And not only... 39th. Not only have the Lions never won a Super Bowl, they never made a Super Bowl.
No, they've never even been in the dance.
That's exciting. Why did you feel the need to get this tattoo?
You have nothing to base it on.
It's going to be the push that I think the team needs.
Yeah, that'll do it. I love the way when you have a team, you do all that magic thinking. I don't know whether you've ever had a friend that before the game starts, the helmet has to be on the TV. We've got to switch from nachos on the chips and pretzels because we're down. And I don't understand, for a world that we do not believe in magic, why we think it works with our gambling and our sports teams.
We have our good luck charms. That we need everything in the universe right in its place for the plan to unfold.
Yes, but I just want to point this out to you because you do this kind of thinking. Dubs obviously does. You guys aren't with the team. I could understand if the coach did it, some of the players. They're part of it. You have nothing to do with these teams.
We're sending out our positive energy until something goes wrong, to the first incompletion. Then it's screaming a lot of negative energy.
Dubs isn't that way with his team. Dubs loves, well, he'd have to. He'd have to love them when they lose because he's got no other choice.
You really learn to.
Have you finally got off that Barry Sanders is coming back thing that you guys do every single summer?
You know, this might push him back in.
Yeah.
You know, I sent it to his dad. His dad's been doing a lot of press lately, so
yeah.
maybe he'll show it. And
you know, his dad does a lot of press, and his dad's angle is, I don't know what's wrong with that boy. I just don't get it.
And he always wanted him to be a Raider.
Well, who wouldn't want their kid to be a Raider if you have the choice?
All they choose with Barry Sanders, and still not a championship to go with that tattoo.
All right, Fezzy, the findings are back from the 9/11 panel, and basically they say we are not safe. That's what we're getting out of this entire commission. We didn't do a good job before, and we haven't really done a good job since.
And here's the things we need to do a good job, but Congress says, let's wait till next year to start working on it.
Yeah, let's get into it later.
So 600 pages, just about 600 pages of everything that went wrong and what we need to go right.
So before you go to sleep tonight, know that we are not safe.
Oh, yeah, now I just feel like using the commission report as a pillow as I go to bed at night. That should help me sleep.
Well, they are going to sell it as a book. I think it's coming out next week or the week after. So you can pick this thing up and just, it's fun summer reading when you're down at the beach You drop the chicken in while you're crabbing, and you just sit there and read that 9/11 Commission finding. It's so much fun.
Yeah, the feel-good book of the summer is really, really rough there. And no Clinton blame, no Bush blame, just a lot of... And no one actually dropped the ball. We just didn't have a lot of communication.
Well, it's not so much we dropped the ball. Nobody. We had no imagination to think human beings would think that it was a smart move to hijack planes and then fly themselves into buildings. It's not something that we had come up with before.
Now, in Atlanta, a man wearing only a pair of pajama bottoms stole an airline baggage tractor and drove it out onto an active runway. So, is this in the commission findings that we should stop people from wearing just pajama bottoms and stealing baggage tractors? Is that one of the suggestions?
Well, if it means anything to you, Fez, the security at the airport saw him and figured, looks like somebody's sleepy, off he goes to dreamland. They had no idea he was going to take that tractor all the way out to the runway.
I like the fact that once they did catch him, they said they checked him for his identification to see if he was with an airline or something driving the tractor. And it's like, all right, the pajama bottoms alone should be enough identification of wacko.
Yeah, you got to check with every mental institution. Anybody who's wearing pajamas during daylight hours is insane.
I know people are dressing more and more casually as they fly.
Yeah.
But just pajama bottoms, that's taking it too far.
All right, you know, my thing is, I don't even like to see people walk out to the mailbox in pajama bottoms. It doesn't work for me. And don't throw a coat over it either. It still looks bad. It makes you look crazy wearing pajama bottoms outside.
So what I would like to know is, you know, how many red lights went up on this guy wearing nothing but pajama bottoms at the airport? Somehow got outside, got on a baggage tractor, made it out to a runway before finally someone said, something's amiss with this picture.
Now, did he come through the airport or did he somehow come across?
Well, he was a passenger, so I would assume that he came through the airport somehow.
So he got off a plane wearing pajama bottoms?
I don't know whether he was going to the airport or coming into the airport.
I want an interview with this guy. I want to see him on Letterman and just try to figure out where his head was at.
The way I read it, I assumed he was some sort of ticketed passenger one way or another.
I'm going to, here's my radio psychic on this one, Fez.
Radio psychic.
Lithium. He's a fellow lithium user. Because as soon as you started taking things, I'm like, I know he's going to be in his pajamas outside.
It's going to take a lot more than lithium to get me to take my shirt off anywhere, even inside my own home, even in my own shower.
You get up in the morning and just put on a nice suit first thing.
I have to. I don't want anyone looking at me. Usually I just wear a big shirt to bed and nothing else.
Like a girl.
Now, Al-Qaeda members and other Islamic militants have until tomorrow to take advantage of the Saudi amnesty program.
One more day, and then that's it. One more day for you terrorists, especially, you know, if the guy in a wheelchair could come in and be free, I think everybody can make it.
Yeah, so far they've gotten 4 that have turned themselves in for amnesty. 3 they said were inconsequential. And the big catch was actually the guy in the wheelchair who got left on the Afghani border and couldn't keep up with the rest of the gang, I guess.
Is this the same guy in the wheelchair that's always in those mutant movies that you love to go watch?
No, that's Dr. X. That's Patrick Stewart.
Oh, speaking of movies, Fez, I'm waiting for you to hand me money because I was dumb enough to listen to you and go see iRobot, which should change their name to I Stink on Ice.
You didn't like iRobot?
I hated it, and I was with an entire family, the chick, the children, that moaned through the whole movie.
I loved iRobot. I thought it was great.
Just terrible. Actually, I was in the theater that was moaning. People in the theater were going, come on, stop it. What really got to me was how fake any crowd scene looked. Every crowd scene just looked like a Hollywood set.
Yeah, I mean, the ending was rough where it's like all of a sudden, oh, here's a crowd against the robots.
No, it's led by Shiloh from...
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf, who, what the hell... All of his film, every time he's in a film, he doesn't belong in it. Like he has a scene in the middle, scene at the beginning, and that's it for Shiloh.
Yeah.
Yet we're supposed to find him somehow funny or fun. I'm going to give this 8 thumbs down. That's how bad I hated it. and you owe me money now.
Why do I owe you money?
And I'm putting the popcorn in as part of that because the popcorn was even stale. I couldn't even enjoy that.
All right, I'll make it up to you. Catwoman this weekend.
I'm going to go out on a limb without saying Catwoman and say it's a better movie because you can't get less than 0 in the film world.
Catwoman's got to be off. Now I heard this thing about Catwoman. It's an hour before you even see her in the dominatrix cat suit.
I'll say this. When I'm watching iRobot, I started fantasizing about Justin Loves Kelly. Looking back on that movie fondly. It was terrible. It was awful. Maybe we'll pick it up later on the show tonight. But somebody, please, go see Blade Runner. It's the same plot and absolutely 100 times worse.
Did you like Will Smith?
Yeah, when he was singing Jiggy with it. Not since then, though. I don't blame it on Will Smith. I mean, it was just bad everything. Just absolutely bad everything. I saw him in there trying to get laughs, trying to spark us, trying to say, come on, this is kind of fun. Just a terrible film. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back in just a few moments. We got a lot more to talk about. It's the Ron and Fez Show.